Hi folks, I am at Fort Phil Kearny. It's in Wyoming. It was here from 1866 to 1868. 2 years, wasn't here very long. There's a visitor center over there that's got an excellent video that seems to be somewhat balanced. I will add a little clip in here now that shows the monument that was put up in the early 1900s. On this field, on the 21st day of December 1866, 3 commissioned officers and 76 privates of the 18th U.S. Infantry and of the 2nd U.S. Cavalry and 4 civilians under the command of Captain Brevet Lieutenant Colonel William J. Fetterman were killed by an overwhelming force of Sioux under the command of Red Cloud. There were no survivors. This is a reproduction of the entrance gate. The lady at the visitor center said this is actually, the fort was 17 acres, 14 or 17, I don't remember for sure. There's a trail that you can take and walk around. It's got lots and lots of signs that tell you what was going on. It's too cold for me right now to go down walking through there. The video that she has in the visitor center is pretty good. And I encourage you to see it if you ever come here. However, this is the kind of place not very many people come to, and that's too bad, because there's a story here. And the story is of the settlers coming west. And they were directed to come up this direction, which it was directly into Native American territory and into one of the last hunting grounds where the Native Americans could harvest the buffalo and live their lives as they had for centuries. I gotta be careful where I'm walking here because there's a lot of animals. I don't know what animals they are, but horses. Some of them horse. That's horse. The manure. The video that I cut in there, it's a corner of one of the buildings, surgeon headquarters, chapels over there. The place is big, lots and lots of buildings. There's a interpretive thing inside that I forget what they call them. A scale model of the facility. I got to get back up here out of the wind. The settlers came and cut right through the Native Americans' land. The Native Americans didn't think too much of that. And there was supposed to be a treaty where it could keep the peace, but the people, the settlers, whether they jumped the gun or they were told to jump the gun, I don't know, but they came before the end. There was an agreement, and all of the Native Americans saw, I suppose, was an invasion force. And so it didn't end well. Obviously, it didn't end well for the Native Americans, but this is a location where the Native Americans actually won. But that win was short term. And the history books don't tell the entire story. And that's sad, because there are two sides to these stories. And the Native Americans, my Lakota friend in South Dakota, at the video for the massacre at, oh, I forget. I'm sorry. I don't remember things so well anymore. But the massacre in southern South Dakota, when I went to that last spot, the Lakota gentleman there told me that the Native Americans have an oral history. And so the winners, of course, tell their side, and that's what goes into the history books, and it got written down for the most part. The Native Americans, they didn't write things down. Their history was an oral history. And that needs to be passed down from generation to generation. And what the gentleman told me, the Lakota gentleman told me, he said that COVID brought about the death of so many of the Lakota people that they lost a lot of the oral traditions. That's sad. If you get the chance to see some of these places like this, I would encourage you, because it gives a different point of view from what you see whenever you watch old cowboy and Indian movies, or read the history books, or listen to what the official story was. Like, the official story is documented in bronze on that building, or on that monument over there, and it says there were no survivors. That's come see these places if you get the chance. It's good to know the whole story, or as much of it as can be told, because we don't want to repeat history's mistakes.